everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and today I'm going to talk about some features that have been released to the Poshmark app recently. These are features that maybe you've missed, or maybe if you're new and you don't quite know, how to use them. A couple of these have been released this year during PoshFest, but then some of them are just newer features. So hopefully this video helps answers any questions that you have on some of these features. But yeah, let's get right into the video and make sure that you're subscribed so you never miss a future video that I do here on this channel. Okay, so the first feature we're going to talk about is the listing streaks feature. So I did make a video talking about this when it was first released, but I still see a lot of people that don't actually understand how it works. So basically, if you list one new piece of inventory to your closet a week, you get what they call a listing streak. And once you hit 4 weeks, you get a buyer gets discounted shipping to your closet. Once you hit 8 weeks, you get discounted shipping when you make a purchase on Poshmark. And once you hit 12 weeks, you actually get to change the color of your app icon. So you could actually change it to like this green color. You basically get rewarded for listing every week and being consistent. And it also in the app tells you different tips on how to make more sales while you are, doing your listing streak. So basically how you do this is you just list a new piece of inventory every week, and then you'll get a notification saying, oh, you've continued your listing streak, or, whatever. And then you'll get, weekly check-ins for it to basically say, okay, you've made it this far. And Poshmark has told us that, if you list consistently each week, you're going to make more sales. So this listing streak is just kind of motivating to, keep listing every week, to get those streaks, and also to see what the rewards are going to be. I'm hoping that in time the rewards are a little bit better, because I feel like they're not really focused around the seller right now. And yeah, changing the app icon is cool, but I don't know, I want something a little bit more out of it. So I do hope the rewards get better in time. But yeah, the listing streaks is really fun. Let me know down below what your listing streaks are at right now. I think mine is at 13 weeks as I'm filming this video, so maybe by the time this video gets released it might be a little bit more than that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this and I thoroughly enjoy getting my listing streak every Sunday. Okay, so the next feature that has been released recently is in the POS Shows. Now if you do POS Shows and you do either a silent or a live in front of the camera, you are now able to add 100 listings to your deck. Before you were only able to add 50, and I'm actually realizing very quickly that having 100 in my deck is actually making it so I make more sales during my live, which is kind of crazy because I didn't think it would make that much of a difference, but I could add a more wide variety of sizes and also a more wide variety of those sizes in the deck, and people have more things to shop from. So if you do silent lives or you do regular lives, you should see this new feature applied, and I think it makes a big difference. And I also just like adding more items to the deck. So this is a great win and I have definitely been using it so far. So as I was editing this video, I actually filmed it a few weeks ago, and this was before the changes had gone back and forth to the new fee structure and now back to the old fee structure. So I had to cut out that whole part where I talked about the changes in the fee structure because it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But basically where we are now in the app is we are back to the old fee structure, which is 20% on all purchases is taken out in fees, and if it's under $15, it's $2.95 flat rate. So if you missed all the chaos with the new fee structure and then reverting back to the old one, I have a couple of videos down below that you can check out and catch up on that. Two other features that I wanted to talk about in this video real quick that I forgot to put in the initial video is, one, they kind of put out this little statement, and I'll put a screenshot here so you can see it, but they put out a little statement that now shows up under closets that are kind of inactive and, not really on the app every day, and they don't actually allow you to buy now from them anymore because they know that they are inactive and because they might not ship right away. So the only way you can purchase from these closets is if you make an offer, which I think this is a great feature, and I kind of wish this was already in effect because I feel like I've made purchases where they didn't ship right away, and I know a lot of other people have had this scenario where they've purchased and then they had to wait to cancel the order until the 7 to 10 business days. And so that kind of is unfortunate. So now this is preventing those inactive accounts from, being able to be bought now from. So I think this is a great feature, and I know a lot of people are excited about it, and I will definitely look out for this going forward. The next and other feature that I wanted to talk about is the list with AI. So this has actually been released to a lot of people. It has not been released to me yet, so I cannot actually test it out for you here on the screen. But when it is released to my app, I will do a whole video dedicated to it. But I have seen a couple people who have gotten access to it, so I figured I would let you know in this video that it is starting to get released to people. Definitely start using it if you haven't already, and let me know down below what you think the pros and cons are of it so far. I'm excited to test it out whenever they release it to my app. I've been anxiously refreshing my app and making sure it's up to date every day, just waiting for it, but I don't know, I might have to wait a little bit longer. So let me know what your thoughts are on it and if you've been using it. And the final one that I'm going to talk about in this video is actually the consignment feature. So this one I see has been released into my app, and you can kind of click on it now. But it does say that it's going to be dropping soon in my area, but I did ask to be notified when it's live because I'm curious myself. I was actually thinking that it might be beneficial to use, I was thinking about just using it as a seller and getting a consigned bag and then selling somebody else's stuff, but I also thought it could be really beneficial if you have a lot of inventory that's just kind of sitting for you, and maybe it's a lot of older inventory or things like that, and you kind of want somebody else to try and sell it. I think maybe a fresh set of eyes, or maybe somebody else trying to list it and using different words, or taking different photos, might actually help the pieces sell really well. So I might try that with a lot of the old stale inventory that I have, because I know it's worth something, and maybe somebody else will have better luck with it, because some people have better luck with certain pieces and certain brands. So I might try it as a as a consignor and a consignee, and basically just give a bag of stuff and see if it sells, and kind of not have to worry about those lower end pieces, or even pieces that I'm struggling to sell that may actually be good brands. So I'm curious, and I'm really curious too how the breakdown is going to be with the consignment. So is it going to be 50-50? How are the profits going to be split? Okay, editing me here again. Poshmark has actually since told us that these earnings are going to be split 50-50. So basically, as soon as the order has been delivered and accepted, the earnings will be released into your account and also the consignor's account. So that's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, especially because we're doing the work, but it's their items. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on the fact that it's going to be split 50-50. There's a lot of questions I have, but I'm just really excited for it, and I think it's going to be a great feature. I'm excited to use it, so let me know down below if you're excited to use it, and definitely make sure you click on the consignments tab in your app icon, and make sure you click notify me when available if you want to participate, because they will let you know when it's available in your area. And I think a lot of us are really excited to test it out and see how it works. So hopefully you learned a lot from this features video. I know some of these features have been out for a couple months now, but like I said, there are still a lot of new sellers out there that might not have noticed these different features, or might not have noticed how they work. And so hopefully this video was a good recap for you, and I know there's going to be more features that are going to be released soon, so I will definitely make another recap. And once this consignment feature is out, I will definitely also do that as well, kind of walking you through how the consignment feature works, and kind of show you from my perspective of being a consignor and a consignee, and see what the pros and cons are, and what things need to be fixed, and what things work really well. And hopefully that could help somebody else out who wants to try it out, because a lot of people are hesitant to try it out right away because they just don't know what they're getting into. So I will be the guinea pig, and I will try it out for you all and let you know how it works in the next video whenever they drop the consignment to my app. If you want to see another video on different proven ways to make more sales on Poshmark, you can click right here. And if you want to see another video on things that have been really frustrating me recently about Poshmark, and about sellers and buyers on the platform, you can click right here. But until next time, I will see you then.